Hello world, my name is Simon and welcome to something different. I was going to do just a straight out video on the new update of Path of Exile, but it's not dropping for another 5 hours. But I already set up all of my recording equipment before I realized this. So, what we're gonna do is we're going to talk through what is Path of Exile, and then there's going to be a cut, and then 4 hours and 42 minutes later, for me, 1 second for you, I will be back and I will be able to show you all the new Path of Exile. Now, what is Path of Exile? Path of Exile is a Diablo-esque dungeon crawler-ish thing, which uses, let me just go in and show you with my highest level person. It's a top-down dungeon crawler with a couple of interesting things. So we have down here in the bottom, we have our 5 potion slots. I have 2 health potions, 1 potion that increases my movement speed quite a bit. I have 1 that heals both my life and my mana, and I have 1 that just heals my mana. And over here with my health, you can see that I have lots of health, and I have a shield. I've turned on numbers just because I'm a numbers person and it makes me feel happy. So if I open my inventory, we can see that each of these pieces of armor, a headpiece, a chest piece, arms, legs, belts, ring, have on them, and I can't, the tooltip doesn't move. So, we have energy shield on this thing. We have armor and energy shield. We have armor and evasion, and armor and evasion. Now, there are 3 types of protection in this game. There is armor, which reduces the impact on both energy shield and life that, enemies hitting you have. And then we have energy shield, which is just a buffer between your full health, completely normal, and it is a energy shield between the monster hitting you and your life going down. And currently I have it such that I have almost twice my health, because I have health and then energy shield. Then you can have 2 weapon loadouts, which you can easily switch on the fly by pushing a key. I have it selected on X. I think that's the default. And I have a bow with a quiver and 2 claws, one of which is mirrored, which does things. Right. So, you may notice that some of this stuff is sort of bronzy, awesome colored. No, that's not. That's just a necromancer circlet. These things are the highest level of rarity in the game. These are unique items. And then we have rare. And then we have, I hope I don't have any of this stuff. And then we have magical down here, which is blue. rare being golden. And then we have probably somewhere in my inventory. Nowhere in my inventory, actually. So let's go over to our stash, see if we have... Again, I would hope that I don't have any. Because I'm sort of trying to go... we have normal rarity. And we're going to get out of that. Now, Path of Exile sets itself apart from Diablo because of its skill system. Now, in Diablo, you gain the ability to use your skills by just leveling up, and then you can select which ones you want in a menu. In Path of Exile, we have a socket system, as you can see on all of my stuff except my belt. I have yet to find a belt with sockets. But that's beside the point. This socket system is what we put gems into. And these gems have a special ability. Like this one allows me to throw a spectral copy of my melee weapon. So if I pick that up and I put it in, and I actually select Spectral Throw, if I actually go into a combat area, and find a dude, find some dudes, I throw my weapons. And if I can actually line this up, I can hit both of them. And you can hit them on the way back as well. And that's all nice. I also have what I've actually been leveling up, because I'm the Necromancer, is these guys. And also I can bring back bodies from the dead and I also have skeletons. Okay guys, time to come back to town. Except for the fact that you're not going to come back to town with me, because that would just... Because this is a general hub world for everybody, my zombies won't follow me in here. Right, now, some of these gems, for example, these, this one, these three, and... Oop, yeah, just those. These are support gems, as you can see right below the name of the gem. This one's called Item Rarity, and then it's support, and then it's got a level on it. I'll get to the level eventually. This is a really deep game. The support gems, as it would make sense, support the skills that you put on it. So this one increases, is a 52% increase rarity on items dropped by monsters slain by my raging spirits, my skulls, and my zombies. Now, the only way that support gems can work is if the sockets are linked, like these, like these, like these two, like these three, like those two, and those three. And if we actually go back into my stash, you can see that linking isn't terribly common. You're going to have to ignore all of the remove only tabs. Every time that Path of Exile switches seasons or anything like that, there's all of your stuff for the characters is moved to the Standard League, which I'm in now, I've been playing this quite a lot. And that gem actually can level up. So we're going to take that so we can show off the show off that happening. Yes, these are all of my gems that I have gotten at some point. And yeah, see, as you can see, linking isn't terribly common, but it does happen. I've just specifically selected these, well, these three things because they're unique, but they also have, these two have sockets like out the wazoo, and this has lots of sockets. And you may say, well, what if I have like an awesome piece of trying to find a unique thing, but it probably won't work with a unique thing. I'm not going to try and put that in my inventory, nor that. That's already got sockets. Anyway, yeah, so, you may be saying to yourself, but what if I want to, like, you know, alter the sockets on something? Well, do I have some things for you? Because in this game, we also have, these things, which I'm going to call currency items, because I think that's what the game calls them. We have, Orbs of Alteration, which, reforge blue items with, new random properties. We've got Transmutation, which turns normal into magic. We have Augmentation, which just adds a new magic property to a magic item. We've got Transmutation, which takes normal and upgrades it to rare. We have Blacksmith's Whetstones, which improve the quality of weapons. We have Armorer's Scrap, which improves the quality of armor. And quality, if we have something with 20% quality. 20% quality is the current level to which something can be upgraded to. It can only have up to 20% quality. Quality will increase the stats, so like for armor it's going to increase your armor, energy, shield, evasion, what have you. For weapons it will increase the damage. Are either of these upgraded? No, but we can upgrade them. Do I really care about this hammer? I don't think I care about this hammer. I'm going to destroy it because we have way too many things. Right, so if we take improves the quality of a weapon, currently this is doing 20 to 53. And yeah, that's a mirror thing, so you can't do anything to it. Currently this is 27 to 71 because it has a thing that increases the physical damage of the thing. But now it's to 72 to 73, 28 to 73. It doesn't do much at a time, but it will eventually help. And then we have Chaos Orbs, which will reforge a rare item with just all new things. We have Vol Orbs, which will corrupt the things, and in the case of gems, where is my corrupted gem? Here. The Vol Summon Skeletons. This, if I close down all of the windows, is what I have on my T key, which, as you can see, is basically the same as what I have on my W key, which is these guys. But this T key, if I actually bothered to kill enough things, would, as opposed to, where are my summon skeletons? This will, summon 2 skeleton warriors that deal 50% less elemental damage with a base duration of 20 seconds. This will summon 28 skeletons at a time for 20 seconds, and it will summon 19 skeleton warriors, 6 skeleton archers, 2 skeleton mages, and a skeleton general. Now, most of those things have come because I have leveled up this gem. When gems level up, they gain more power, basically. So currently this is 13 to 19 fire damage. If I come over here, this is how you can quickly check the progress of your gems. They will only show up here if they are close to leveling up. But yes, this is 13 to 19 fire damage. And then we level it up, and it is 17 to 25. So it's gotten more powerful. And the reason why I have to keep on going out to the coast is because you cannot use skills in town, just to prevent people from just spamming the loudest spell in the game and annoying the shit out of everybody. That's a remove only tab. That would be stupid to put in there. Where's my... Is 3? Yes, it's 3. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, I was going through all of the currency items. Yes. Vol will the Vol Orb will corrupt an item, making it non-modifiable anymore. So I can't, like, upgrade the quality of this gem with a gem cutter's prism. You can't do anything to them after they've been corrupted, but you have a chance of getting, like, super awesome things. And we have an Orb of Chance, which will upgrade a normal item to a random rarity, which could mean it upgrades it all the way up to a unique item. It could mean that it goes only to rare. It could mean that it's only magic. I don't think it can just stay normal. But yeah, those are sort of dangerous because if you have an awesome thing and you want to make it super awesome, you can try and make it unique, and it has like a 2% chance of making it unique. Or you can just resign yourself to having it just be rare and use an Orb of Alchemy, and then you have, you know, most of my stuff. Just because I didn't want to... Oh, that's also unique. I didn't want to try and get something awesome and have it only turn out to be blue. Because there are items that allow you to demote the level of an item, but this, actually, the next thing on the board. But these are like super rare, and you don't want to be just throwing Orbs of Chance onto things, hoping to get what you want. Chromatic orbs will change the color of the sockets, because if you couldn't tell, there are 3 colors of gems, and there are 3 colors of sockets. Actually, there are 4. If you corrupt a piece of armor with sockets, there is a chance that one of these sockets will become white, and a white socket will fit any of the 3 colors in. But as it stands, a blue gem can only go into blue sockets. A green gem can only go into green. Red gems can only go into red. And then we have cartographer's chisels, which improve the quality of a map. Maps are super endgame things. These cartographer chisels, thank you, cat, are also super endgame, but so far in my inventory, I think it's on page 4. Yeah. I have two pieces of a map. These are all the same. The other person I'm playing with has a third, but we don't have the fourth, so we can't actually make a map. So maps are super endgame. These are less super endgame. That's an orb of alteration. This is an orb of fusing, which reforges sockets. Over here we have a jeweler's orb, which reforges the number of sockets on an item. So we could be like, hey, this thing only has 2. So we, take out all the gems, and we just reforge the sockets, and now it has 3. So we put it back. And now we can hold an extra green gem, but there's no real reason to be holding an extra green gem because I have as many things as I can here. Now, is that all of the currency items that I really care about? Yep. Okay, and jewelry, which is this section down here, just gives random things. Some things give energy shield, some things give like damage resistance, some things give increased rarity on all of the things that you find. There's the gold amulet and the gold ring. Some do life, some do energy shield, as I said. Fire resistances, mana regen. They are like super mixed bag. And awesome. Now I'm going to press a button, not that button. I'm going to press the button right next to O, which is P. This is your passive skill tree map. Now, this is not going to be the passive skill tree map for very long because I do believe that once Path of Exile Awakening comes out, this is all going to be redesigned because they're introducing a system of putting sockets into your skill tree, which was going to turn out to be interesting. But yeah, so we have like spell damage, we've got mana regen, energy shield, we've got intelligence and dexterity and this side, this way, strength. And all of these circles have like super duper things. There's sometimes things along the way. Yeah, but currently I'm running full necro. I'm over here because there's +1 zombies, +1 skeletons. There's +1 zombies, +1 zombies, +2 skeletons. There's down here, there's energy shield. There's this, which all bonuses to equip shields give it to my minion instead. There's all sorts of things, so I'm sort of spread out all across the board. This makes my minions explode, which is nice. That means that I can only deal fire damage, but then I only have to worry about this fire damage tree rather than all of these lightning and frost and physical. I just have to worry about fire damage, and I've upgraded fire damage completely, which is nice. This gives me +1 to the number of specters, which I also have. So if I kill something, I can raise it as a specter, and it keeps like all of its attack and health. Except I think the things have 5% less. No, 5% more damage, but 5% less energy shield and less life, and almost half as much movement speed again. That's nice. Minion movement speed is capped, so I can't like drop a Quicksilver flask that actually applies to my minions. I think one of these does one of these give my minions things, or did I get rid of that? I had a pot, a potion gem. Potion gem? No, I had a potion that gave my minions health. So like if I noticed that my zombies were dying and actually wanted to do something about it, rather than just pick up some of the bodies that are scattered all around the depths, I could do that. Now, what else? What else do we have? Ooh, that button? Nope, that's the microtransactions button. What is it? L? Okay. I was going to go with M. That's events. U? World map. Right. Now, normal difficulty. Well, yeah, normal difficulty, the original, where you start out, always. There are 3 acts. When Path of Exile Awakening drops, there will be a 4th act, which is going to be awesome. And you just sort of, there's storylines all the way around here. If you're wondering what these are waypoints. So you can click on them and you just drop straight in. You can, this is normal. This is going to be fun. Oh no, there's things. Ow. So much. They just die. Everything just dies. Oh, this is so funny. Right. And then there are 2 types of scrolls in the world. Scrolls of Wisdom. When you pick up an item, it will be unidentified. You need to use a Scroll of Wisdom to identify it. Portal Scroll will drop a portal that everybody in your zone can use to drop back to the nearest, well, drop back to the town in the act that you are playing. There's, as I said, there are 3 acts. Once you get to the end of Act 3, you go to the beginning of the next difficulty, which just means that monster levels are higher, and death will happen sooner, and then they're like, there are, what am I trying to say here? What is happening? There are penalties for being in various, stages. So like, on Merciless, if you die, then you lose like some experience, and yeah, that's like super annoying. The experience that you lose in Merciless is more than the experience that you lost in Cruel. All of that, lots of road. Death everywhere. All the way there, so or do I want to drop that type of totem? Let's drop that type of totem. This totem is fun. Also, it gives me out of murder. So, you can see, like, stuff on the ground. You can see the rarity of the items. So, like, this is a blue item. And these are all white items. And so on and so forth. I should probably get my team up to full strength, which I believe is 8 zombies. And actually, I'm going to pick up dogs. because dogs are good. But yeah, this is all in preparation for the introduction of the next expansion, which is going to basically throw off everything. There's going to be a new stash and all of that. And I cannot wait for that to happen, and I will see you all then.